Ingram keeps his place in goal. There's a change in the back four. Jacob Greaves comes in for Callum Elder and he takes the armband. Christie, Jones and McLaughlin complete the defensive line. Two changes in the midfield. Ryan Woods replaces Greg Doherty and Longman comes in for Ozan Tufan. Seri and Slater retain their places. Expect Slater on the left, Longman on the right, and a big change up top. The target man of Benji Tete is welcomed back from a 3-match suspension, replacing Aaron Connolly, who was 50-50 facing assessment. It turns out he's failed it. He's not even on the bench. The 7 on the bench, though, for the Tigers tonight are Carl Darlow, Louis Coyle, Callum Elder, Ozan Tufan, Greg Doherty, Malcolm Ebue and Dimitris Pelkas. 4 games in total are underway in the Championship at the 7:45 kickoff, 2 to come at 8 o'clock. No goals as yet. We'll keep you up to date where needed as Hull City come into this one hoping to leapfrog Norwich as they again work down the right hand side, but once again play is broken up by the Tigers. Seri gives it away though cheaply. Hernandez penalty area, takes a swipe at goal. It's hit the stanchion behind Ingram's goal to the right of him. And Hull City was sloppy for the first time this evening, just losing the ball in the final third. Sargent picked it up, worked it to Hernandez with a nice little through ball, but Hernandez had to slide to try and work it towards goal from a tight angle. As Hull City now want to have a turn of holding on to the ball. They haven't had that opportunity so far. Norwich in their 4 games in the league under David Wagner have really dominated possession in the majority of them as Hull City win the second ball. Slater down the right side, scampering away from Ginolis, puts a ball into the area, which Hanley turns behind. It's a corner then for Hull City. 2 arms go up from Woods in front of the Hull City fans as he will deliver, and it's an arrowed one towards Sean McLaughlin. Worked goalwards, Longman close by, but he can't get on it. Slater recycles, delivers into the area. Angus Gunn punches, Tete drops it down into Greaves, and on the spin Jacob Greaves puts Hull City in front. The number 4 has 4 for the season. It's not about how many chances you have, it's how prolific you are when they come your way. And Jacob Greaves has got the Hull City fans roaring early doors. 14 minutes in, it's Norwich 0, Hull City 1. And it's all about Slater getting across and working the ball back into the area, and then Benji Tete using his height inside the penalty area to nod the ball, getting above Sara, and Greaves just instinctive to bring the ball down, and on the swivel slams it into the top left corner. And the ball worked over now towards Cyrus Christie, who moves it infield to Woods. A little 1-2 between the pair of them. Christie, ball down the line looking for Oscar. Janolis will work it back to Angus Gunn, who side foots it away. Solid connection towards halfway. It's Dowell trying to get away from the clutches of Greaves. An advantage is offered by the referee Dean Whitestone as Hernandez now charges into the area. Hernandez skips past Christie. He can cut it back to Dowell. It goes in. Now that's the response the home team needed. And Kieran Dowell, with the aid of a deflection, brings Norwich City back level. The Tigers were ahead for just 4 minutes and Norwich City have found an equaliser. No emotional change or expression from David Wagner because he knows Norwich City needed that equaliser. They needed it quickly. Hernandez got away from Christie very easily, and Dowell's shot towards goal is deflected off Greaves. It was on target anyway. It would be very harsh to attribute that to an own goal for Jacob Greaves if it goes down as that, but the work done by Onel Hernandez brought into the team, and then Dowell in the right position 15 yards out or so. Hanley will play the ball to McLean, his turn to drop towards the 2 centre halves, and McLean will come forward again. Christie's got 2 on that right hand side. A ball's going to come into the area. It's going to work all the way through to the opposite fullback from Janolis to Aarons into the area. Connection made on the header from Idar, and it will be headed over the top of the bar And that breaking play is giving Andy Dawson the opportunity to have a conversation with Justin Walker and Liam Rosenior as we approach half-time. That was a big spell of possession that Norwich City just had. Aarons working into the area. McLaughlin didn't get high enough. Norwich City, who before tonight, just 2 goals in 7 outings on their own patch, managing to find an equaliser to falling behind. Christie, he feels he was pushed over and he's slow to his feet here. He's eventually back up as Norwich now can break on Hull City. Sara now trying to work it towards Idar. Tete is back on defensive duty, trying to shoo Aarons away. It's now with Giannoulis from 25 yards out. Stands up across, Sargent with the header, but straight into the clutches of Matt Ingram. That will probably be the final chance of the first half. Ingram is in no hurry to get on with things. But that was a good ball into the area. Slater, left side, into Greaves, who just tucked in a little bit into a more of a centre midfield role. Seri, now across to Christie, who himself is tucked in. Seri, he's given possession up on halfway. Norwich now coming forward. Hernandez temporarily outnumber the Tigers. Edia, chance to shoot. He pulls it across goal. Didn't see Sargent waiting at the back post. Big chance for Norwich City, which they do not take full advantage of. 56 minutes in, that was a really clear chance. And Adam Ida getting onto a little through ball from Hernandez behind Alfie Jones, trying to take it on himself. Sargent was completely free at the back post. That's a big disappointment from Norwich's perspective. So if Pelkas and Doherty are still getting ready to come on, will it be both Seri and Woods making way, or is somebody from the midfield going to take up a wide position, or could even Liam Rosenior decide to move into that diamond where Tete can then drop as well? Meanwhile, Norwich on the move again. Sara down the left again for Giannoulis. Giannoulis up to the penalty area. Hernandez spinning from the pressure of Alfie Jones. Good footwork. Tees up Sara. Edge of the area! Brilliant goal for Norwich. And you have to say, it's been coming for the Canaries. Side foot finish, delicately placed, which has got David Wagner clapping with joy. Hull City are now the ones who are behind. Norwich City lead by 2 goals to 1. They've really knocked on the door, have the home team down either side. They've really pressurised Christie in this second half, and Giannoulis firstly worked the ball into Hernandez, who was temporarily trapped. Christie backed off, and then Hernandez tees up Sara, who from the D on the left-hand side foots it, left-footed with curve and precision, past Matt Ingram. They're immediately up and ready, 5 in a line on that penalty spot. They're all breaking around now as the ball is played in, flicked by McLean, and then a shot from Kieran Dowell which ricochets behind. Norwich in control now. Carrow Road hasn't been this loud for a while. In comes the next ball, Omabama Dele, and then touched in, but the flag's up on the far side. Grant Hanley was the one who turned it home, but the linesman has his flag up, and Hull City, almost in quick succession, are buckling under this Norwich City pressure. But listen to the difference now. Norwich are in front. Norwich City in control, leading by 2 goals to 1. Sargent towering above Greg Doherty. McLean now for Giannoulis. Giannoulis turns away from Christie, gets the shot in as well. And it's a smart stop from Matt Ingram. Looking at who's on the bench, would it be wise maybe to bring Coyle on and then let Christie go forward as Norwich are in behind? It's Kieran Dowell! Dowell in the area, side foots it wide. That's a big chance which Norwich have squandered yet again. Sliding it in between the two centre-halves for Dowell, who got into the area. He should be hitting the target with that chance. Dowell was free, he was not going to be caught. Norwich clear away, Sargent the lone man up to Eder though, who's come in to help. Ball breaks though to Jones down by the corner flag. He was thinking about going to Ingram, but he pairs up with Louis Coyle. Down the line now to Abue. The Norwich fans below me appeal for a throw-in, thinking Abue had not arrived in time. Hull City in a tight spot. Tete goes over. Norwich now moving towards the area. Sargent to finish! And that's the game. Josh Sargent with his 11th of the season. He's now clear of his teammate Timu Pukki, and Norwich are clear of Hull City. Their performance in this second half has been deserving of victory. And there's not much time left, just a minute of the 90 to go. Hull City need a miracle. It's Norwich 3, Hull City 1. Josh Sargent getting onto the ball. He now goes level with the tally he got when he played for Werder Bremen in Germany. Question marks over whether Tete could have had a free kick. Weren't listened to by the referee, and it was a simple three-pass combination which found Sargent, and the momentum and the roll of the ball across his body meant he could then swipe at it with his right foot from 18 yards. Seals the game for the home team.